14 chess tactical pattern will improve your chess and will be helpful during your games. This video is based on an article on the Chess World website. So the first one is d8 a knight, not a queen. This is actually a bad move and a bad pre-move habit, yeah? So just having a knight, and it's called the fork because you are attacking two pieces in the same time, and the fork with the knight is one of the strongest type of forks. So number two, it's called the pin. What's the pin? The pin when a piece lost its power because it can't move. For example, here this pawn apparently or temporarily lost its power because it can't move according to this pin. So now rook takes g6 simply wins the game. Number three, it's called attraction. Attraction, when you attract one of your opponent's pieces to a square, and then a tactical idea will be coming afterwards. So here in this position, white played the fascinating, brilliant move rook f8. The point is to attract the king to f8 square, and after that knight d7, forking these two guys. Number four, it's called skewer. When you are attacking a piece throughout another piece, and usually it's done throughout the king. What I mean is this. For example, bishop g5, and after bishop g5 we are attacking the queen indirectly via the king on f6. So bishop g5 and the queen will be lost next, and 2 pawns up for white will be. Number five, it's called discovered attack. What do I mean by the discovered attack? Like when you move one of your pieces to unleash and to open the power of another piece. For example, in this position where I move this knight, this rook will attack the queen. But when you think about it, there's no clear way how to do it, because knight d6 the queen can take it, knight b6 the queen can take it, knight a5 the queen can take it. Moving back is not that useful, yeah, even though I don't have other than knight e3, but it's again useless. So one of the ideas to do is to make a kind of, it's called clearance, yeah? You clear this square for this knight via a very nice attractive idea, which is knight actually f7 check. And after knight f7 check, the king has to take it, and after the king takes it, or the rook has to take it, then knight e5. After knight e5, you're attacking the rook, and you're attacking in the meantime the queen as well. So this is discovered attack. As you can see, things are improving, yeah? So now, tactical pattern number 6, it's called double attack. When you attack 2 times or one things 2 times, yeah? Here, for example, in this position, this is actually a famous game. I do believe Riti was playing with the white pieces. And the great move, the brilliant move was queen d8. What? Is that a free queen or what? Yeah, this is a free queen. But the issue is when you take it, there is what's so-called the double attack. But watch out. This double attack is bad. This double attack is correct. Yeah, see, a very nice square now, yeah? Bishop g5. Guys, wait a second. Most of my viewers are not subscribers, yeah? So how can we make a viewer to a subscriber? Like, help me, in the comments. Like, what should I do in order to convince you to subscribe, yeah? Please do consider that. So bishop g5 double attack, and if king e8, then there's this checkmate, and if king c7, there's bishop d8 checkmate. The power of the double attack is that, especially when it's done against whatever piece, the piece has to move, yeah? That's what makes the double attack so powerful, yeah? So this is pattern number 6. Tactical pattern number 7 is called removing the defender. And here the brilliant move was rook takes e6. The point is to remove the knight as the defender or as a defender, and this pawn actually as a defender of this diagonal. And now as this king is stuck along the dark squares thanks to the bishop, this move wins on the spot. After queen g6, h g6, bishop g6, it's going to be a checkmate. Number 8, it's called deflection. Deflection, when you force your opponent's piece to move away of a protection of another piece. For example, here white played the nice move, queen e8 check. And as the king cannot escape via the square, queen f8 is the only idea, but this deflection is deadly. Now, after bishop h7 check, king h7, queen takes f8, and the queen will be lost actually, and two pieces cannot compensate a queen, especially if the king's safety was that bad. Number 9, interference. When you interfere with your opponent's plan, your opponents might think he is doing something, but all of a sudden you put your piece in front of his pieces, or of his piece or her piece, and then you interfere and you stop the effect of that piece. For example, here d7 white played, and after d7 d8 is a threat, and most likely the only move is rook d4. Might check and then again rook here, but it's the same because we make an interference with this rook and this pawn via knight d6. Again, it's kind of a discovered attack. Yeah, a discovered attack, not to win by that discovered attack, but in order to win by using another tactical idea, which is the interference. And now either the king move away or take the knight, doesn't matter, because I will queen next. Number 10, it's called overloading. Overloading happens when a single piece defends too many pieces, two pieces or more, two threats or more. So here in this position, this queen actually is defending on e3. So if you make a deflection or kind of move that queen away, and also in the meantime defending the first rank, defending too many stuff, simply now rook b1 is killing, moving the overloaded piece away, it wins. So rook b1, and now the queen can no longer defend this pawn. But why is that important? Because after queen takes b1, there's knight takes e3, and you cannot actually take the knight thanks to this pin. Again, we are using one more tactical idea. Actually, why these themes are important, not as a single theme, because normally in our games it's going to be kind of more complicated as it comes with pairs, yeah, or maybe three tactical patterns together. So after knight takes e3, whenever the king moved away, no matter what, if king h3, simply queen f5, next move queen g4, either you take or you move away. So king g1 is almost forced, but again queen takes f3, and now I'm threatening another mate. And actually that's interesting because the knight can be taken now, but there is this checkmate and it's very strong. So this is number 10. Number 11, simplification. While simplifying, you use tactics. Yeah, it's kind of not a tactical tool as a tactical operation. Yeah, so here black thought white can take the queen, as after g takes f3, white can do nothing with this pawn. Like if rook takes f5, the rook cannot defend it from here thanks to this pawn. And if rook takes f5, it's simply king takes f5, and it seems like to be winning for black. But g4 is there, and I am simplifying, but at the end of the simplification, I use this tactical idea. And next move will be king g2, king f1, or taking the pawn. Depends if king e3, king f4, and this pawn will bring the victory. Number 12, trapped piece. That's normally, yeah, or usually happened in this way, especially in the endgame, bishop d4. Yes, it's check, but we are not interested in this check. We are interested in creating or leaving two squares between a bishop and a knight. So that means the knight cannot move. Every single piece or every single square is protected. And as they said, the knight or a knight on the rim is dim. So always avoid putting your knight on the rim because it's gonna be dim or rim, whatever. So number 13, back rank mate. This is actually maybe one of the most basic pattern at all, though it's the most frequent happening one. It happens too frequently. So here in this position, simply queen takes c5 and thanks to the back rank issues, then this is actually a mate. So it's kind of easy. And number 14, it's called the Zug, or in other words, intermediate moves or intermediate tactics. Whenever you think about it, like you attack, for example, here in this position, if you take my queen, black is saying, if you take my queen, I'll take your queen and it's fine. Like I do have extra pawn, even if you take on e5. So it seems interesting. But it's my move, white said, and I can do something with my move. What can I do? But because if you move the queen away, then you lose the rook, and if queen c3, then you achieve nothing, yeah? But what's interesting about this position is that the queen can sacrifice itself here on d5. Thanks to this check, white is winning. Because now, if you moved the king simply, or ignore my queen, you lose your queen for free. The queen cannot do anything regarding this check. And if rook takes d5, it's simply bishop takes d5. And after bishop takes d5 check, either covering or moving the king away, I will take, and then white is up a rook, and white is completely winning. I hope these 14 patterns are helpful for you. If you reach this moment of the video, let me know in the comments which pattern is kind of new for you, or you always missing and have hard time dealing with. Thanks for watching. Have a nice one.